Hello everybody, welcome to the sound test room. This is AUM, new update. This changes the game. Changes the game for controlling your hardware via USB. So in the past, you could have AUM's clock control any piece of hardware, but that was it. You could have it control one piece of hardware, and then you'd have to go through all the jiggery pokery of messing around, taking the MIDI out of the hardware receiving. So say for instance I'm receiving, and this is all via USB, so USB takes AUM. So for instance, AUM would start the let me just turn that down. So AUM would start the TD modded out like that, but then I'd have to, if I wanted it all to be synced up to, like say the mini brute here or any other piece of gear, I'd have to then take MIDI out of this and then send it into this, and you end up with a big load of stuff that's like, well, it's okay, but it's complex. It makes life hard. Now what you can do is, if you've got a USB hub with like 20 hubs and you've got 20 pieces of hardware, you can control all of that stuff via AUM, via hardware. So all I've got is a USB coming out of the back of the mini brute, okay, and that's going into a hub, and then a USB coming out of the Behringer, and that's going into a hub. Then my audio interface is going into the hub, and then it's all going into the iPad. And then here now, you'll see they've changed the way it looks. Instead of it dropping down the side now, it opens up along the top here. You choose these little three icons here, and you go down to say it's MIDI clock send, and then you make sure you switch it on. It also has song position pointer here. I haven't messed with any of this other new stuff, and there's tons of it. There's tons of new stuff, right? So then you'd switch send on, and then you scroll all the way down, and here, whatever hardware you have plugged in, you say I have the Mini Brute plugged in, the TD3 modded out plugged in, the Steinberg is plugged in as an audio interface. So I can select this. So if I deselect this now, this is not going to start. If I select it, it's gonna take its clock from here as well. Just think about this for a minute. If you've got like another drum machine, so say for instance I had room to actually put on the table the drum brute, and then also the actual maybe the Behringer or whatever else. Do you know what I mean? I could have it all of it controlled really, really simply from inside AUM. And to me, I think that's absolutely brilliant, because now you can control great big sessions with hardware and your software, of course. Now you see I've got Digisticks in here playing the drums. Of course, this is using internal sync of AUM. Of AUM. Then I have Zoa playing Synth Master 1 as well. Just, do you know what I mean? It's the ultimate hub to control your sessions, and it's stable, it's super solid as well. But that's so good. I can't even tell you how great that is, because so many times when I've done these live sessions, you've seen where I have various bits and pieces of hardware that I've wanted it to be controlled, all of it controlled here, but it's so complicated, just starting to take MIDI or sync out and MIDI in and all the rest of it. Now it's just USB out of here, USB out of here. Job done. And you just start it off and it works. I'll turn that up a little bit and I can change my sequence. And another advantage, of course, is that any effects you're putting in, like I've got a couple of timelesses here, it's all going to be tempo synced. It's just, you haven't got to, it takes a lot of messing around out of setting up a hardware session. I just think it's genius. It's just great. So we could take this the other way around. Now, the only thing you've got to make sure is that your gear is a USB, and then you have the actual syncing section. You can't see this, but just here on the Mini Brute is the switch to control the clock the clock sources, and I have it set to USB, and I have this set to USB as well. And on this, you set the USB by holding the right next button and the back button at the same time, and you can see the USB is flashing there. If I wanted it to be internal, I just choose this, and now I can control it internally, but this won't. Okay, so we can put that back to USB. And now this is going to be synced up to this, so this will start at the same time. Now, you can work this the other way around as well, which is really cool. So say, for instance, right, okay, well, we don't want to send clock to this. we don't have to do any kind of physical rewiring because we're just using USB, right? All we need to do is some internal jiggery messing around with this. So if I select my 3 buttons again now and go to, and there's loads of new stuff being added here, absolutely tons of it. Okay, so it's too much for me to even consider because I've only played with this today because I can't even tell you, I was so chuffed when I saw what was included in the update. That was it. I had to set this up and mess around with it. It just worked. So I'm gonna go down here and I'm gonna disconnect the Mini Brew 2 from the clock of this. Okay, so now we've got this, and but it's still connected via USB, so that means that if I wanted to now, I could send the information from, like, which is, I think is USB 3. So let's see if I can do this, shall I? Now, let me see if I can remember what to do. I think, so let's see. Arturia Mini Brute, and where is Zoa? So I think I want to send, we receive MIDI in from Zoa, so I think all I need to do is this to make the connection, and theoretically I think that would, it might not actually, because I genuinely haven't played with this. So now I want to MIDI Zoa to play the Mini Brute too. So I'm going to go back here, and theoretically I'll turn this down. Hopefully Zoa will now play this. No, it might not. So let me just see what's going on here. There we go. So let me go and see what changed in the actual MIDI control center. So that's just MIDI clock. That's fine. I think it would still work. Hang on a sec. Yeah, don't need that. So we've got right here Zoa now going to Mini Brew. So that's the connection we want. This one. So now Zoa's playing this. So it's still all in time, which is really great. Do you know what I mean? Awesome. And it's playing exactly the same thing. It's playing 2 now. Zoa is also playing Synthmaster 1 here. So you're getting this really lovely kind of texture. And because my key is right, I just think it's C major or something like that. I set these 2, so everything kind of should work normally. So. Now, we may even be able to do this on the fly. So I may be able to just make the connection, the disconnection and the reconnection to the clock while it's playing. I haven't tried this neither, so we'll give that a whirl, shall we? Okay, so let's play. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to disconnect this from Zoa, and I'm going to reconnect it to the MIDI clock. Got a hanging note, but you know, let's see if we can reconnect it now while it's playing. No, that's not going to work. So that's pretty cool, but you can't, it's not very smooth if you try and do the reconnections and connections. That's fair enough. It's not very often you're going to want to do that. Hi, Chem. Hi, Chem. Hi, Cara. Hi, Colin. Hi, Sam. Hi, Stephen. Hi, Paul. Who else is here? Christo. Hello. Who else is here? Namoy. Hi. Christopher. Hi. Alan, let's see, Kenny, and anyone else, Aquatic, anyone else who I may have missed, I do apologise. John, hi John, hi Nina, and I think that's everybody. But if it's not, I do apologise. Yeah, so I think this is awesome. So I think what I'll do is I'll physically program in another. Oh, I'll tell you what as well. You can obviously increase and decrease the tempo in real time as well. So let's God, what does the tempo go up to? Actually, what does it go down to? This was a thing. It used to go to about 20. Yeah, it still goes to 20. What does it go up to, though? That's mental. Oh, my. Well, I don't know. 1,000 BPM. That's rapid. That is. So, yeah, let's go back to, say, 125. Set the tempo. It also has an arpeggiator, obviously. no, the point is here that this new update is legendary. I want to say legendary. It will go down in history as the update of all updates. No. What it means now, that if you've got hardware gear, I'll explain again. I did it at the beginning, but it doesn't matter. The point is now that with the new update for AUM, you can plug in this piece of hardware, any piece of hardware via USB, another piece of hardware via USB, another piece of hardware via USB. So if you've got a USB hub with 7 or 8 ports on, you can plug in all these different types of hardware and send AUM's clock information. Here, it's MIDI clock into all these independent pieces of hardware without having to up until now. I don't know of any other. Listen, I don't know of any other software or hardware that actually does this, because you see on YouTube, you watch people syncing up MIDI stuff, and that it's always all about syncing up multiple pieces of gear, and it always uses unless you've got something like a BeatStep Pro, and even then, you're still limited to 4. They'll usually not the key step, the beat step, which only has one MIDI out basically. So you have to have MIDI splitter boxes. Okay, so you end up buying all this extra stuff. But if you've got an iPad, you don't need any of that no more. All you need is AUM. And loads and loads of us have got iPads now. Obviously, most people who watch this channel have. So that's the point. It's the sync. You see, it's all in the sync. So whatever gear you've got, whether it's software on your iPad or your hardware, with the AUM being the ability to set MIDI clock. No, it would depend on how many USB ports you've got, obviously, but yeah, I mean, I don't think there's a limit to how many USBs it will recognize. I mean, I've done videos in the past years and years ago where I've had 5 different controllers, like Bluetooth, wireless, MPEs, all been played via AUM, but that was in the old days. And that now, the beauty of this is being able to control external hardware without all the extra messing around with the wiring. And because before, like I said before, you could do it with one piece of gear. You could set it up to send it to AUM to send clock out to whatever you wanted, a drum machine or whatever. But after that, you would need to make connections from that piece of gear to, so for instance, I'd have to go, okay, I've got my clock coming in for this, but there was no other option to send clock somewhere else as well. This is brilliant. You've got to think about this, right? How easy it is now to set up a bunch of hardware gear and have it all controlled by AUM, and it just work. It's epic, I tell you, epic. It's just great. I'm so impressed, I can't tell you. I think it's just awesome. I really do. And then not only that, it's had a load of other stuff done with it as well, for the MIDI and things like that. But you can check that out in the App Store, But yeah, just brilliant. guys, if you're enjoying the video, please strike the like, subscribe to the channel, consider becoming a patron, make a super chat, super sticker, all that cool stuff to help support me and Joe here at the Sound Tester. Yeah. Okay, let's go a bit mad, eh? Thanks, Kenny. Thank you. Oh, thanks, Stephen. We'll have to check that out, Colin. Okay, so... Oh yes, Stranger Things. That's what me and Joe will be watching tonight. Guys, thank you very, very much for joining me this evening, where I was just so impressed with the new multi-out... the multi-out clock that's been added to AUM, along with another load of cool stuff as well. That's really, but look at all this is good, new kind of. I can fit more nodes on my 11-inch iPad now, so that's really cool. It's great stuff. I'll just jam around with this for a few minutes while you say ta-ra to each other. Thanks very much for joining me. Yeah, and I will see you all soon. Thank you for the super chat. It's so very much appreciated. Bless you all. Thank you for watching. And thanks, Colin. I think it is. I think it's a really, really great. It's a fabulous update. It's just brilliant. It's so useful. So useful. Anyway, awesome stuff. Let's see what we can distort this up a bit, shall we?